We often forget our foundation until it wavers. The truth is, your lower body strength determines far more than movement. It sculpts your very confidence and presence. Missing this wisdom, especially the profound simple practice unveiled later, risks losing not just mobility, but the joyful independence and grounded certainty you deserve. Deep foundations. Life, in its inexorable and natural progression, invariably leads us through varied seasons, each bringing its own unique array of gifts and inevitable challenges. As the years gently accumulate, a common and often unexamined perception emerges that the inherent vitality, the undeniable responsiveness, and the profound, enduring strength within our lower limbs must, by immutable law, gradually diminish, slowly surrendering to the relentless and perceived tide of time. We tend, almost instinctively, to equate the passage of time with an unavoidable and perpetual erosion of our physical capacities, especially those deeply rooted in our ability to stand firmly, move fluidly, and engage fully with the world around us. Yet, within this prevailing perception, there often resides a subtle misunderstanding, a fundamental misinterpretation of the innate and remarkable adaptive intelligence inherent within the human form itself. Our legs are, in a profound and elemental sense, far more than mere mechanical structures designed solely for the act of walking. They serve, perhaps more significantly, as our undeniable physical connection to the boundless earth beneath us, acting as the primary conductors through which we intimately experience gravity, balance, and the dynamic energy of pervasive motion. They are the deeply embedded roots that anchor us, the resilient pillars that steadfastly support our entire frame, and the vibrant channels through which our very intention for engagement manifests into tangible external movement. The capacity to gracefully rise from a seated position, to effortlessly ascend a flight of stairs, to maintain unyielding balance on uneven terrain, or to simply stand with an unwavering sense of stable presence. These are not merely simple physical actions. Rather, they stand as profound manifestations of our sustained independence, our inherent autonomy, and our unhindered ability to consciously participate fully and vibrantly in the tapestry of our unfolding lives. If this fundamental foundation begins subtly or overtly to weaken or become unstable, a pervasive and deeply unsettling sense of uncertainty can begin to subtly permeate our every step, fundamentally diminishing not only our outer freedom of physical movement, but also, perhaps more critically, our inner sense of quiet confidence and unshakable certainty. We are consistently signaling to our body through our daily habits or through the absence of them precisely what we intrinsically value, what we demand from its incredible inherent potential, and consequently where it should wisely allocate its finite and precious resources. If the consistent signals we perpetually send are those of increasing stillness, a lack of deep and purposeful engagement, or pervasive avoidance of intentional challenges, the inherent adaptive wisdom of the body will naturally, perhaps imperceptibly at first, begin to deprioritize and subtly diminish the very underlying infrastructure that is specifically designed to meet these very needs. But a deeper wisdom quietly whispers, often unheard, that the capacity for continuous growth, for renewed resilience, and for profound rebuilding resides innately within us, irrespective of the mere chronological accumulation of years. The enduring strength in our foundational pillars is not a finite endowment that inexorably dwindles, but rather a profoundly living aspect of our physical being that relentlessly responds to continuous cultivation and thoughtful, purposeful attention. The journey to unwavering strength begins by thoughtfully honoring this profound understanding. Daily revival, the transformative journey towards robust and enduring physical strength, especially within our foundational lower body, does not commence with strenuous, intimidating exertions or a dramatic and overwhelming shift in one's entire lifestyle. Instead, it gently begins with the profound cultivation of a subtle yet deeply potent morning ritual, a simple and consistent daily practice thoughtfully woven into the nascent hours of our awakened existence. It is not about forcing an intense, demanding session onto a still waking body, nor about rushing into complex movements that require extensive preparation or the mastery of highly technical skill. Rather, this is a conscious invitation to genuinely reconnect with our physical roots, to purposefully awaken the latent energy within our lower limbs, and to thoughtfully signal to our entire physiological system that sustained vitality and deep engagement remain highly valued and actively pursued priorities within the very fabric of our being from the very onset of the new day. The profound secret truly lies not in the perceived grandeur or ostentatious difficulty of the action itself, but consistently and reliably in the unwavering continuity, the subtle regularity, and the genuine mindful intention with which it is diligently performed. Consider, with thoughtful introspection, the majestic and deliberate unfolding of a solitary flower at dawn, or the silent yet powerful first rays of sunlight gently reaching towards the parched earth after a long night of pervasive darkness. Such transformative acts are invariably consistent, unhurried, and perfectly attuned to their own natural and inherent rhythm. Our own body, a profound microcosm of universal nature itself, similarly thrives on this deep-seated, subtle consistency, responding with remarkable grace to repetitive and benevolent signals that subtly reassure it, continuously preparing it for the profound demands of the unfolding day. The habitual action that makes a profound difference in the enduring strength of our legs, particularly as we gracefully move through our 6th decade and beyond, is precisely this: the mindful engagement of fundamental weight-bearing, grounded motion upon awakening, consistently executed with unwavering conscious intention. It can begin with remarkably simple yet deeply effective practices, perhaps something as foundational as gently rising from a comfortable chair and then thoughtfully lowering yourself back down, repeating this rhythmic and fluid movement slowly and deliberately, allowing your body to feel the subtle tension and controlled release within your muscles, thereby sensing the unwavering and direct connection between your inherent intention and your purposeful movement. This powerful practice isn't merely a series of simple repetitions. It is, more significantly, a deliberate and silent dialogue with your very core. Each gentle ascent, each controlled descent, becomes an intimate conversation, a profound act of reconnection, an eloquent reassurance to the deep silent wisdom within your own legs that they are consistently relied upon, inherently valued, and endlessly capable of providing steadfast support and graceful propulsion throughout the day. It stands as a powerful acknowledgement that strength, profound and resilient, is patiently built not through violent or abrupt bursts of fleeting intensity, but through the calm, rhythmic, and consistent whisper of dedicated presence. Intimate dialogue. The true essence of this morning practice lies not solely in the mere mechanical execution of movement, but far more profoundly in the intentional cultivation of a silent, deeply intuitive dialogue with the inherent wisdom of your own physical being. When we consciously engage our lower limbs in a thoughtful and deliberate weight-bearing manner first thing in the morning, particularly through simple acts of controlled rising and gentle lowering, we are actively initiating a subtle yet extraordinarily powerful conversation at a deeply cellular and pervasive neurological level. The intricate network of nerves, meticulously interwoven throughout our leg muscles, simultaneously begins to awaken, diligently sending forth clear and unmistakable signals directly to the intricate core of the brain itself. These signals convey a fundamental message. This physical structure, this precious vessel, is still robustly engaged, still capable of intricate and purposeful work, and still demands the vigilant retention and perhaps even a gentle increase of its underlying and essential strength. It is a fundamental truth that the body is, by its very nature and profound design, an economy of elegant and perfect efficiency. It meticulously invests its finite and valuable resources precisely where those resources are genuinely utilized and unequivocally demanded. If the signals transmitted are consistently those of stillness, of sustained disengagement, or a prevalent reliance upon external supports for fundamental tasks that the body could, with persistent effort, achieve independently, then the innate intelligence of the body will naturally and perhaps regrettably begin to down-regulate the very mechanisms responsible for cultivating, maintaining, and strengthening foundational bone density and critical muscle mass in our lower limbs. This subtle but significant process, when it unfolds unchecked, directly contributes to the widely observed phenomena of insidious weakness and an often prevalent loss of both overall physical balance and foundational coordination. However, by engaging in this conscious, daily morning practice of thoughtful weight-bearing movement, executed with sustained attention, we actively provide the profound and essential counter-signal. We are deliberately affirming, in every controlled rise and graceful fall, that our legs are consistently in use, consistently vital, and unequivocally require the sustained maintenance and renewed cultivation of their intrinsic and dynamic capabilities. This fundamental shift from a state of silent atrophy to an active state of deep conscious engagement begins an intrinsic, profound process of physiological recalibration, thoughtfully inviting the subtle redistribution of energy and essential resources back into these deeply crucial foundational areas of our physical form. It truly cultivates a deeper and more meaningful attunement to the subtle, nuanced sensations within the legs. The gentle and precise tension in the quadriceps as you rise, the controlled and balanced engagement of the gluteal muscles as you steadily lower yourself, the quiet, persistent awareness of your unwavering feet firmly connected to the earth's pervasive stability. This intimate dialogue serves as an essential and consistent daily reminder that our innate potential for robust strength is perpetually within our profound grasp, awaiting only our focused intention and our consistent engagement to powerfully awaken and diligently flourish. It becomes a quiet meditation on personal fortitude and the intelligent reciprocal interaction between profound intention and manifest physical response. Inner stability. The visible strength within our legs extends profoundly beyond the mere outward appearance of muscle definition or the precise measurement of raw physical power. Its true and enduring value intimately manifests as an pervasive inner stability, a deep-seated physical balance, and a resilient confidence that silently permeates every nuanced aspect of our daily existence. For those of us traversing the rich, complex terrain of our later years, the insidious fear of falling can often become a quiet, pervasive, yet intensely debilitating presence, subtly restricting natural movement and diminishing genuine engagement with the world around us. This profound fear, whether consciously acknowledged or existing as a silent, subconscious apprehension, has the detrimental power to subtly transform formerly routine activities, like confidently stepping over a threshold, fluidly navigating a crowded street, or gracefully reaching for an item on a high shelf, into situations fraught with hidden anxiety and undue mental calculation. The simple yet deeply profound morning habit of consciously engaging and thoughtfully strengthening our foundational leg muscles directly addresses this critical issue at its fundamental root cause. It serves as a continuous, empowering reassurance, both to the physical body and to the active mind, that the core systems designed for unshakable stability and confident movement are consistently being cultivated, consciously revitalized, and reliably strengthened with persistent intention. When your leg muscles possess inherent strength, their foundational work of ceaselessly supporting the entire framework of your body becomes inherently more efficient and fluid. This cultivated efficiency naturally frees cognitive energy that might otherwise be anxiously consumed by constant calculations for stability or reactive compensations for perceived weakness. Consequently, your pervasive walking stride can subtly but powerfully regain a profound sense of natural purpose. Your balance in moments of unexpected perturbation feels far more automatic and intuitive, and the natural act of simply standing with sustained dignity and presence feels genuinely less like a demanding task and more like a simple, fundamental state of inherent being. The conscious act of strengthening your legs deeply enhances not only your gross motor skills, but also sharpens your refined proprioception, which is the precise intrinsic sense of your body's meticulous positioning within space, allowing for immediate and subtle adjustments without conscious analytical thought. This deepened sense of reliable inner stability ultimately blossoms into a vibrant and pervasive outer confidence. It bravely empowers you to embrace a greater diversity of enriching activities, to navigate varied and often challenging terrains with genuine assuredness, and to generally participate far more dynamically in life's rich tapestry without the persistent subconscious anchor of subtle physical apprehension or fear. It transforms an essential aspect of your fundamental self-care into a profoundly powerful daily practice, one that deeply sculpts not just your lower limbs, but subtly elevates your entire emotional state, thereby ensuring that your internal posture matches your external stability, gracefully allowing you to stride forward with purpose. Cultivating endurance. True and unwavering endurance, a quiet yet powerful form of sustained strength, is meticulously cultivated not through brief, dramatic explosions of sporadic effort, but rather through the consistent, persistent application of gentle, purposeful actions, meticulously repeated day after consistent day. In our immediate gratification-driven world, there is often a prevalent and understandable human tendency to seek out grand, swift solutions, those appealing, seemingly transformative interventions that promise immediate and radical results with minimal sustained investment. Yet, the deep and enduring transformation of bone density and intrinsic muscle resilience within the legs unfolds gradually, naturally, and precisely according to its own organic internal timetable. It is much like the slow, steady process of a river carving its profound course through resistant rock. The undeniable impact is achieved not through fleeting, violent bursts, but through the unwavering, continuous flow and consistent pressure applied over extensive and unhurried stretches of time. The simple, consistent morning habit we speak of for stronger legs is inherently a profound meditation on the wisdom of pervasive patience. Each conscious repetition, each thoughtful engagement of your muscles with purpose and unwavering intention might seem in isolation like an incredibly minor contribution. However, it is precisely the cumulative, subtle compounding effect of these meticulously repeated small acts that gradually and inevitably sculpts genuine, resilient strength, building a profound internal reservoir of pervasive and undeniable physical fortitude. The human body is designed for intricate adaptation and enduring resilience. It diligently responds to what you persistently feed it, not merely in terms of nutrients, but more expansively in terms of the deliberate and sustained signals you choose to provide it. This dedicated process unequivocally necessitates the cultivation of acute inner observation, a nuanced practice of learning to patiently observe and then deeply appreciate the subtle, quiet shifts within your own being that often manifest long before any dramatic or readily apparent changes might become outwardly visible or measurable. Are your initial movements out of bed becoming slightly more fluid, less hesitant, infused with a new lightness? Is your ability to traverse a greater distance or remain standing for an extended duration subtly increasing without noticeable strain or lingering fatigue? Are your knees perhaps feeling less strained or creaky, providing a deeper sense of fundamental support throughout the day's numerous demands? These are the soft whispers of progress, He invaluable and precise indicators that the cumulative daily deposits of effort are indeed beginning to yield meaningful and sustained interest, deeply contributing to a tangible, positive shift in your inherent physiological landscape. Cultivating this invaluable inner perception allows for a deeper and more profound appreciation of the sustained journey, fostering a significant shift away from the often disheartening pursuit of fleeting external milestones to a true, pervasive gratitude for the quiet, continuous unfolding of resilient strength within your own physical form. Patience, in this context, is never a mere passive state of inert waiting. Rather, it actively signifies an engaged, conscious participation in the rhythmic, deliberate process of internal cultivation. It empowers you to steadfastly commit to the underlying discipline, not out of external compulsion or mere duty, but from a deeper, unwavering inner conviction that genuine and pervasive well-being is thoughtfully built, not frantically discovered. Systemic flow. Our inherent vitality, in its truest and most expansive form, is never compartmentalized into isolated sections or independent functions within the magnificent architecture of the human body. Rather, it dynamically exists as a comprehensive, exquisitely interwoven systemic flow where the pervasive health and intrinsic strength of one particular part inextricably influences and profoundly impacts the holistic well-being and the elegant functional capacity of the entire being, while the focused and deliberate cultivation of strong, resilient legs through a consistent morning habit undoubtedly serves as an extraordinarily powerful anchor for pervasive physical stability. Its genuine, transformative benefits radiate far beyond the lower limbs themselves. The conscious daily commitment to fostering profound leg strength implicitly acts as a potent and positive catalyst, thoughtfully encouraging the establishment and reinforcement of a pervasive discipline across numerous other essential aspects of our overarching well-being. Think with quiet reflection about the complex, synergistic interaction that exists within an ancient forest ecosystem. The deeply embedded roots of the magnificent trees meticulously draw sustenance from the nutrient-rich earth. Their robust trunks majestically support an expansive canopy, and the gentle fall of leaves invariably returns essential nourishment to the soil, creating a seamless, reciprocal cycle of pervasive life. In a strikingly similar and equally profound manner, the vital energy and robust resilience meticulously cultivated in our powerful legs contributes meaningfully to the overall equilibrium and fluid harmony within our own physical system. Strong legs naturally mitigate undue and pervasive strain on the vital back and core muscles, provide enhanced balance and subtle control that positively impacts the precise movements of the upper body, and, through regular purposeful activation, greatly enhance overall circulation, thereby universally benefiting the entirety of our complex and intricate cellular landscape. This comprehensive benefit unequivocally demonstrates that authentic, enduring physical vitality emerges not from hyper-specialized attention to a singular area, but from a holistic understanding of interwoven interconnectedness and a pervasive commitment to the simultaneous strengthening of multiple critical systems within the body. Thus, our conscious morning habit of intentional leg activation becomes not an isolated endeavor, but an indispensable and profound component of a much broader, integrated life philosophy. It thoughtfully complements diligent practices of a naturally nourishing diet, consistent engagement in restorative and truly restful sleep, and the intentional cultivation of a serene and unperturbed mind. When all of these foundational pillars of self-care are consciously recognized and thoughtfully nurtured, they collectively form an impenetrable matrix of unwavering and integrated well-being. This powerful synergy fundamentally allows our legs to bear the weight of our embodied presence not as a cumbersome burden, but as a robust and confident expression of inherent vitality. It is this pervasive, systemic flow, this exquisite interplay of mutually supportive parts, that genuinely transforms mere existence into a purposeful, deeply meaningful and exquisitely resilient journey of lived experience. Internal alignment. As we diligently undertake this daily morning practice of strengthening our foundational limbs, we are, perhaps unknowingly at first, simultaneously engaging in a profound act of continuous internal alignment. This crucial alignment transcends the merely physical. It encompasses the harmonious synchronization of our intention, our action, and the deep intrinsic wisdom of our physical form. When our conscious will precisely aligns with the innate capacity of our body to restore, to grow, and to profoundly strengthen itself, an almost alchemical process begins to subtly unfold. This process allows us to tap into an extraordinary wellspring of innate energy and remarkable resilience that transcends mere age or conventional limitations. The act of patiently and mindfully moving our legs with intentional purpose each morning becomes a deliberate spiritual practice, a form of profound, silent meditation in action. It connects us deeply to the inherent stability of the earth, thereby reminding us that regardless of the turbulent shifts and ceaseless changes that inevitably characterize the external world, there exists an unwavering and potent reservoir of inner stillness and unshakable strength accessible from within our very own being. This daily discipline becomes a sacred mirror, reflecting back to us not only the incremental physical progress we diligently achieve, but also, far more significantly, the growing depth of our unshakable self-mastery, the burgeoning presence of our quiet fortitude, and the steadfast expansion of our personal confidence in our own enduring capacities. As our physical foundations become more undeniably solid and inherently reliable, we discover an unexpected new capacity to move through life with a markedly greater sense of ease, a noticeable enhancement in our pervasive mental clarity, and an authentic emotional groundedness that empowers us in all circumstances. The profound liberation from the insidious fear of falling or from the constricting limitations of subtle physical weakness generously opens vast and expansive avenues for continued engagement with the vibrant, demanding world, whether that translates into actively pursuing new, stimulating hobbies, engaging in profound, meaningful travel, or simply relishing the effortless joy of an extended, purposeful walk in nature. This enduring strength empowers us to genuinely embrace life in its entirety, to courageously meet each new day with unwavering enthusiasm and deep purpose, ensuring that our spirit remains unburdened by preventable physical constraints. Ultimately, the meticulous cultivation of robust, enduring legs is not merely about achieving superficial physical longevity, it is profoundly about elevating the precise quality of every breath, every mindful step, and every enriching interaction that comprises the intricate tapestry of our existence. It ensures that the profound wisdom garnered from accumulated years finds its fullest expression in a body that remains supple, responsive, and truly vibrant, diligently enabling us to walk our unique path through life with steadfast grace, boundless energy, and undeniable purpose until the very last, gentle moment. Which subtle shift in perception about your body resonated most deeply with your own inner journey? Be honest. Did this bring new clarity too?